everyone, Julie here. I thought I would bring you along with my seam binding dyeing. So, I have just received my seam binding in the mail, and I get 100 yards, 14 mil white, and just for the video, I want to dye 30 centimetres or 12 inches as samples of the seam binding. So it's 30 centimetres there. Alright, and I have the RIT dyes, and I have fuchsia, I have violet, I have rose quartz, and evening blue, and that's one that I've just done, and Kelly green. Now it depends on how light, how dark, how vibrant, how pale you want your seam binding to be, but I'm just going to do a, just straightforward dye. Alright, so I've written down my recipe. My recipe is 350 mils of boiling water, and in the boiling water I put 3 tablespoons of white vinegar, 2 tablespoons of table salt, and a drop of dishwashing liquid. Okay, so that's what I have here. Now what I do is all I use is a cap of the dye, and I'll pour it in there, just a capful in there. That's the rose quartz. The evening blue. And you can make a lot of different colour combinations. This is just pretty straightforward. So a cap of evening blue. And I do like mine to be a pale colour, but you know, each to your own of what you might like. These aren't cheap in Australia either. I think I paid $15 a bottle. So, that one in there. That one's violet. So yeah, that's what I'm only doing this for the video, and I don't want to waste the dyes. So, and then I have a cap full of Kelly green. And the greens, I really do like them to be pale, but anyway, we'll see what we get. And if you're going to do it like longer lengths, you want to do it all in the same batch, because you're going to get colour variations, and, you know, your timing and all of that. So I'll just put that there. Now in these cups, as you can see with the fuchsia, I filled it a bit over a quarter of a cup of a drinking party cup, and that's been in there for a little while. Okay, so then you make sure you shake your dyes beforehand, and I'm mixing up my boiling water here that's going cooling down, because I had to set up. And then I'm just going to pour 1/4 cup, 1/4 cup, 1/4 cup. Oh, will I have any left? 1/4 cup. That'll do anyway. Alright, so, and then we're going to stir them. I'm going to give them a good stir. And then I'm going to get my 12 inches, 30 centimetres of seam binding. And mix it in and stir it in. Okay. And then in the rose quartz, we're going to put in our 30 centimetres. Now, if I wanted vibrant, I could go 2 caps of dye. It depends what you want. And then we'll stir that one and we'll put our seam binding in the evening blue. And we'll just stir that in. Looks like cordials. Get off, get off. Up, up. And then our 30 centimetres of seam binding in the Kelly green. Just that's going to be a real pale green. Alright, so we're going to let this soak for half an hour, and I'm going to come back and check, see if I've got my colour. Then I'm going to dry it, and I'm going to bring it in, and I'm going to show you what our colours were. So this is the fuchsia right now. And when you rinse the dye out, it does fade out a little bit. Alright, so we're just going to leave that there, guys, and I'm going to come back to you. It will be instantaneous, but to me, I've got to wait the real half an hour. Alright everyone, I'm back, and these are done, dusted, dried. So I've made up some dummy tags just to show you. So the first one is the fuchsia writ dye, and that's the colour for 30 minutes of the seam binding. The second one is the violet, and this is the violet here, and that's for 30 minutes. The next one is our rose quartz, and that's the rose quartz for 30 minutes. The next one was the evening blue, and that's what we got for 30 minutes. And the last one was our Kelly green, and that's our colour for 30 minutes. Now I decided to throw, I had a piece left over because it was only 30 centimetres, remember, of the seam binding. So I decided with the violet that I would throw the spare one that I had in, and I did it for 15 minutes. 15. So you can see the difference between 30 minutes. You can see that on the camera. 30 minutes for this one and 15 minutes for this one. And then I threw in some lace, just a little bit of lace trim, and that was the fuchsia. So my recipe is, I can get this right down to the most baby's pink, blush pink, whatever. So many different colour variations, deeper, darker, whatever you like, and then you can mix your colours. And actually RIT do have a website, I think, ritdye.com, and they have a detailed instruction library of 1,000 colour recipes, which you can go visit. So yeah, your light, your dark, your pastel, your deep, your vibrant, whatever you like. But if you just work with a basic recipe of the time for these, except this one was 15 minutes, this one was 30 minutes, and all the rest were 30 minutes. So I'll show you again. I used 350 mils of boiling water, 3 tablespoons of white vinegar. That's probably this is just my recipe, guys. 2 tablespoons of table salt and a drop of dishwashing liquid. So that's my recipe. But you can just experiment and go for it. I mean, you know, the fuchsia, it's so dark. I'd like to do some burgundies, and I'd like to do some mixing colours too. I've done that in the past. I do have a video going back where my own machine lace that I did, and I dyed it, flowers and everything, multicoloured, and they turned out really well. So I hope you like that. I hope it gives you a little bit of inspiration to just go and experiment with the dyes. They are expensive, I think, but it will go a long way. You know, if you mix, I just don't mix up a big batch because I'm just going to be wasting it. So yeah, that Kelly green turned out really lovely, really pretty. So there they are, all there. You can see that. It's bye for now, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.